I'm not editing this video. Let's just get that off the table. I decided to do this just because I made an announcement that I wasn't going to be doing any more videos on this channel. And I don't know if I'm going to actually do Anime Corner when this simulcast ends, so I'm just going to briefly list all the ones that I'm watching. I'm still looking at Haikyuu, Dragon Collection, and Majin Bone continued over from the last simulcast. Those are still going. I'm still watching those. Of those three, my favorite's Haikyuu, so if you're going to watch one, just check that one out. There are two new mecha anime, Aldnoah.zero and Shirogane no Ishi Agavelin. Between the two, I mean, Agavelin, it's just, bleh. It's a fun way to, it's okay. It's a good one. I don't necessarily enjoy watching it though. Whereas Aldnoah.zero, I enjoy watching it. It's got great fighting, but it's so predictable. I mean, like, in the very first episode, I could tell, like, just for the first 5 minutes, I hear the conversations going on, and I'm like, this girl is going to go here, and then this is going to happen to her. And I'm like, oh, no shit. And then I'm like, you know what? In the second episode, we're probably going to find out this. And then that's exactly what happened. And so, like, for me so far, it's predictable, and that makes it slightly boring, just because it's such a, like I said, the storyline, nothing about it is really shocking me. It's just like, it's all happening kind of like I expected to. But despite that, it's still a fun one to watch. I'm enjoying it. You've got a lot of anime that revolves around, like, music and idols. There's, like, Bakamatsu Rock, which is hilarious. I recommend checking that out. There's Shonen Hollywood, which that's one of the ones you can find on Funimation. All of these can be found either on Crunchyroll or Funimation. Like Shonen Hollywood, it's a fun one. Sometimes it's like I'll like one episode and then not the next. And then there's also Local Doll, Yaramita, Local Doll, but whatever. That one's hilarious. I'm enjoying that one. I look forward to new episodes. Momo Kyun Sword, I watch it for the fan service. Magi Rurumo, Invaders of the Roku Geoma. Those are both okay. They're funny. They got, I guess, somewhat decent storylines. Between those two, I like the Invaders of the Roku Geoma more. There's a lot of anime like Tokyo Ghoul, Tokyo ESP, Rail Wars. Like, those are the ones, I guess, getting the most press is the best way to say it. Because, like, Rail Wars, I was seeing ads for it, like, months ago. ESP and Ghoul, those are ones that it seems like all of my friends are watching, which, well, for me personally, I don't know why this is, but, like, most of the anime that ends up becoming famous among my non-anime watching friends, those are the ones I like the least. Like, everybody loved High School of the Dead. I thought it was such a stupid show. Everyone loves Attack on Titan. I saw the trailers and I have no plans on watching it because it just looks creepy as fuck. I just don't see any reason to look at that. I don't. Most of the time, when an anime gets famous among my non-anime watching friends, I usually end up hating it. Like, there are very few exceptions, like with Dragon Ball Z or Gundam Wing, but outside of, like, those two, anything that gets famous by people who don't regularly go looking for anime to watch, I usually don't enjoy it. So, like, I mean, I like Tokyo Ghoul, I like ESP. Between the two, I like ESP more because there's a little more comedy. At least, well, maybe not necessarily more comedy, but I laugh more at that one. Rail Wars, though, that's the funniest of them all. It's a great it's a great little one. The one you should check out if you haven't seen it, Zankyou no Terror. Terror in Resonance. That's a really fun time to be had. Let's just say that. It's an interesting one. Dramatical Murder, not a huge fan of that one. I don't know if I'll finish it. Blade Dance of the Elementals and Nobunaga Concerto. Then, like, some of my favorites, like Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki, Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. That's hilarious. That's one that I'm enjoying every single episode. One of my favorites. I'm really enjoying Love Stage, which is weird because I usually don't like yaoi type animes, but this is a great storyline and it's really funny and it's got some tender sweet moments. Mostly I watch for the funnies though. I watch for the lols. Barakamon as well. That's a really funny one. Himegeto, check that out just because it's 4 minutes long, so that won't take much of your time. Yamano Susume, Encouragement of a Climb. It's season 2 that's simulcasting right now. I went back and watched season 1. I would marathon through the whole thing in like an hour because season 1, every episode is like 3.5 minutes long. So, like I said, it took me about an hour to marathon through the entire first season, and now the second season, it's like 13 minutes episodes. It's fun. And there's Hana Yamada, which I don't know. Sometimes it's fun. I think it's a really sweet story. It's not really one that I mean, I plan on finishing it. It's not. There are some good laughs, but for the most part, I'm not finding it too enjoyable. I think one of my least favorites from this simulcast so far though is Glass Lip, just because, it's just. I'm so confused about what it is. It seems like it's mostly just a regular drama, except for the fact that they apparently can see the future, and I don't know what the deal with that is yet. So I'm watching mostly just to see what happens next. Oh, and I forgot to mention Aoharu Ride, Blue Spring Ride. That one's a fun one so far, but it's I liked it at first, and now it's taking a kind of twist, and I'm seeing where it's going. So that one I'm gonna keep watching, and I still haven't formed an opinion because it still hasn't, the storyline hasn't really settled yet, if that makes any sense. So yeah, those are the simulcast I'm watching. If I had to suggest anything, I'd say my favorites, if you're looking for laughs, watch Love Stage, Barakamon, Monthly Girls Nozaki, Himegeto, like I said, 4-minute episodes. I really like Terror and Resonance if you're looking for action and action kind of stuff. There's a lot of explosions that happen, and there's a mystery element to it, so I enjoy that. And also Momo Kyun Sword, I watch it for the boobs. And also Local Doll and Aldnoah.zero. Those are the ones that I most look forward to seeing the new episodes. They're all good. They're all decent. I haven't seen it. I wouldn't say any of them suck or anything. I would say though one of my least favorites, like I said, Glass Slip. I'm not enjoying that too much. Nobunaga Concerto. I'm watching it mostly out of curiosity to see how it turns out. At the same time, I don't really enjoy it. I mean, watching it for me, it kind of feels like watching what was that one? The Story of Sankoku. Or is it Coco? I think it was Koku. Or was it Kuko? I don't even know. But the Story of Sankoku, we'll just go with that. It kind of reminds me of that. It kind of has that same feel to it, at least for me seeing it. And with that one, with the Story of Sankoku, I watched the first 3 before I gave up. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the end of Nobunaga.